شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك.
Depending on two things. Number one, a person's financial ability and the person's physical ability. So if he is financially as well as physically able to go on this Hajj, this journey, Hajj becomes compulsory on him. We find in our culture today, we find in our society today, we find in the Muslims today, that people do not go on Hajj and they prolong the journey of Hajj unnecessary, unjustified. And when you ask them, why have you not been on Hajj? You are working, you are earning enough money, you are physically fit. They reply to you, they say, some will say, I am not spiritually fit. I am not yet able to go because I want to go when I can change myself. So I am not yet able to go because right now the time is not right for me to change. And he will say, Inshallah, later when I get old, I will go on Hajj. This is one type of people. They say, when we get old. Because Hajj means when we come back, we have to change our life. So we will do it when we get old. Let us enjoy the youth. Let us enjoy this time that we have the youth. But for these people, the answer or the important message is that, O servant of Allah, you are right now thinking about your future while you do not know whether your future exists or not. You are thinking about the tomorrow, whether tomorrow will come for you or not, you do not know. You are thinking what you will do when you reach the age of 50, 60, but you do not know whether you will live up to that age of 50 and 60. You are making the plan of your future while you are not aware of your future. This is why when Hajj becomes compulsory, this is not justified that you say, I will go when my time is right. I will go when I get old, 50 years of age, and when I have performed all my duties, responsibilities, and I have made my house, I have my family, all are well established, my children are all independent, they are in their own homes. Then I will go on Hajj. This is wrong. Because for you, if Allah forbids, you pass away, you die while you were able to go on Hajj, but you prolonged it, you delayed it, it means in the grave you will be held accountable for not going on Hajj. In the grave you will be held accountable, you will be punished for the sin. That Hajj was compulsory on you. It was farad upon you, and why did you not perform this farad? Allah gave you money. Allah gave you the resources, He gave you physically, He made you fit to go, yet you chose not to go, so now you are accountable for that. Some people on the other hand, they say, because we have children that are not married yet, we have daughters. They said we have daughters, when they get married and when they are in their own homes, and when we have this responsibility fulfilled of their marriage, then we will go on Hajj. Let me tell you, in Islam, my brothers and sisters, in Islam, this is not a justified reason and excuse not to go on Hajj. That your children are not married yet and you have to get them married before you go. Your daughters are young and your daughters now are in the age of marriage and you have not married them and you say, I will first marry them, then I will go on Hajj. This is not right. This is totally not right. Why? Because for you, Hajj is not related to the marriage of your children. Has nothing to do with that. Allah will arrange for that. Allah will arrange for a sabab. Allah will arrange for a way that they also will get married. And you will be able to do their marriage. But Hajj is farad upon you as soon as you are physically and as soon as you are financially able to go and afford. The same way, some people, for example, they say, we have a job. They say, we have a job. And our children are, for example, young. And they say, we will go on Hajj, but let me first get 30,000-40,000 euro deposit to buy a mortgage, to buy a house. They will say, I'm saving for the mortgage. Some people will say, I have to buy a house in Lagos, First, I have to buy a house in Bangladesh, Dhaka, whatever, or Pakistan. They say we have to buy a house back home. Majority Nigerians and majority Pakistanis and majority Indians, they all, when they buy a house in this country, let me tell you, before that they make sure they have a house back home. They buy a house there also. So they think, and they say, let us buy a house there first, a big bungalow. And if I start talking about what kind of houses they make and how they compete with others in this, their houses, it will be a different topic. How they compete with each other to show in their society. Back home, we are in Ireland. We have money to spend. And they spend on the house then, and they make the house higher than the other houses in the street. They make it bigger than other houses. They use much more expensive material. They get the design, the architecture. The architects that are working on the designs are not from Nigeria or Pakistan anymore. No, they get imported architects. They say, no, my house will be designed by an Irish architect, by a Western architect. This is what they do. They spend all their wealth on these silly things. So Islam teaches us, our religion teaches us, that this is not a justified reason for you to delay the journey of Hajj. The journey of Hajj, as I have given you many examples, it becomes compulsory as soon as you fulfill two requirements. The first one is financial resources. The second one is physically that you are capable of going on this journey. Let me tell you some, because we must be people who practice upon what we say. Let me give you an example of my life. And this is just so all of you can think, about, because how many of you have been on Hajj? Please raise your hand if you have been on Hajj. MashaAllah. And you are among the youth, MashaAllah. Anybody else? MashaAllah. So three people. While we have many, and may Allah subhanahu, we pray on this blessed day of Jummah, may Allah give us all tawfiq to go on Hajj. Those who have been, may Allah give them again the chance to do ziyarah of His house. Those who have not been, may Allah give them the tawfiq for the sake of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that Allah gives them enough money, enough resource, and enough physical health that they may able to perform the journey of Hajj. Okay? So, another thing I wanted to mention is that about myself, I started my practical life in the year 2003, end of 2003. Because I got my master's in 2002. In 2003, I got the last few months I had a job. I got a job approximately in September. But the main, you can say, practically I started my life, practical life that I am earning myself now, 2003, September, let's say. Okay? Let me tell you when I went on Hajj. I went with my wife on Hajj in December 2004. When? December? 2004, which means I was practically earning only for 1 year and 3 months. I have been earning money for only 1 year and 3 months. I was living in a rented house, and even still until today, by the way, so people may not think the Sheikh has his own house. Until today, I am living in a rented, the same house as I was living in 2003. And some of you know that the masjid started from there. So 2004, as I said, Hajj is an obligation. It is compulsory for every person. That is financially and physically. And again, remember, age is not a question. Whether you are any mature, you must be aqil and baligh, which means you must be mature, that's fine. But otherwise, whether you are 19, it could be farad upon you. Some people are 50, yet Hajj is not compulsory on them. Because they may have financially the resources, but they may not have the physical capability anymore. Because Hajj is a journey. Let me tell you, do not delay it if you have the money. It is better if you do Hajj in young ages, when you are youth, when you are strong physically. Because Hajj takes a lot of effort. Believe me, Hajj takes a lot of effort. People who are young, youth, and they go to the gym regularly, even when they go on Hajj, they become exhausted. They get exhausted when they are in Hajj. By the time when they come back, they all are ill. They all are sick, ill because of the exhaustion, because all of the physical effort there. Now, I wanted to tell you about the historical background of the city of Makkah. But I think today I would not be able to complete the whole subject. Just few points. 2004 December, because those days Hajj was in December. So I made the journey of Hajj with my wife. And I did, practically speaking, as soon as I was physically and I was financially able, I went on Hajj. Why am I mentioning this? Because think about yourself now. Because all of you, mashallah, you are earning money.